When did you realize that you had a special talent?
I would say in middle school, honestly, because it was always people telling me, I thought I was just, I thought I was great, but everybody told me that I was elite, that I was gonna play in the NFL someday, that I was gonna be one of the best. And I just remember how I got into football was really because of one of my childhood friends, Mario. His dad was like, we were just playing around one day actually at one of his practices, because I would go and just hang out with him and watch his practices. And then he was like, "Man, why aren't you playing football?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then next thing you know, I'm in Pop Warner football.
And now, next thing you know, you're going to be in the National Football League, fresh off of being a runner-up for the Heisman Trophy, based on what you've done and the abilities that you have. I mean, we just showed that photograph. Put it back up again one more time. When you see this, you think what? What are you thinking here?
I'm in space, man. I'm floating.
You are. I mean, you are doing that. I mean, and then you watch it back. Do you even marvel at that?
I do. Sometimes after the game, I look back and I'm like, man, I really did that. you know?
Yeah, right. And so, who of that currently plays in the NFL do you reach out to for 2 cents or help?
For help, I wouldn't say I really have, reached out to
Okay.
anybody specifically, but I mean, I've talked to a few different guys at, different events like Raheem Mostert, Jonathan Taylor, down at the Super Bowl, Mark Ingram, just being able to connect with them and talk to them. They all gave me advice, even talking with Marshawn Lynch a few times a little bit. So, but building relationships with those guys who've been there and done that.
Other than taking care of your mentals and your chicken, what did Marshawn tell you about? What advice did he give you, Ashton?
He said, yeah, just kind of stay focused, on the grind, and he was just saying like I'm the one. I'm one of them ones. Like I'm next up. So. It's just great to hear that from, somebody I grew up watching play.
So before I let you go, I'm going to ask you what I ask every top prospect that is kind enough to say yes to appear on this program. A team gets what if they draft Ashton Jeanty next Thursday night?
Man, they get a guy who's gonna, change and make this organization for the better. There's obviously a lot of great organizations, a lot of great players. But what I bring to the table is, leadership, a person who's going to be able to connect with everybody in the locker room. And not only that, but make them better, push them to, higher limits. Obviously an asset, on the offensive side of the ball. And then just the community, right? Doing things in the community, bringing change, and most importantly, a legacy for people to follow, because a legacy is what you leave behind, and I'll leave behind nothing but greatness.
I love it. What an answer, man. I'm so looking forward to seeing what you could do at the next level. I guess I got one last question for you. You can only do one thing, Ashton Jeanty. This one thing here. You can run through somebody, you can run over somebody, or you can run past somebody by leaving their ankles pretty much broken.
Yeah.
What do you choose, Ashton Jeanty?
I'm gonna say run through somebody, because it just sets the tone. It changed the game. That type of physicality always gets everybody going.
It gets everyone going. So you choose the run through. I like that answer. I like it. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.